we're going to get to this Ventriloquist and Scarface, one of my personal favorites. And when we get this giant box of toys at the front door some months, and then some months we hardly get anything. Like, let's say some months we spend $100 a month on toys, and our bank account creeps up a little bit, and we start to feel good about our lives, thinking that we're making the right decisions. And then we have those months where we spend $1,000 or $1,000 plus on action figures, and we're going, wait a second, I spent more this month on action figures than I did my truck payment or my house payment. And those are the months when you just pray to baby Jesus that your wife doesn't find out how much you're spending on action figures. Let's check them out. Okay, let's check out this Ventriloquist and Scarface. And he also comes with a grip of hands, fisted hands, relaxed hands, closed hands. So he can also hold the machine gun, but you know better than that. And then we have the old 4-inch animated one. That was a great toy. We have the Scarface with the Joker here, also a great toy. And then this one from the animated show, I'm pretty sure it was called the Batman. And on this one, he can only come in a box set, which is a total dick move. I hate that every time they do it. And in the box set, you could either get Scarface, and I'm pretty sure this guy's name is Peabody. And then you plug the hand, you take the hand off, and these just plug right on to his arm. So you see how they just plug on, which is cool. I don't mind that. I actually think that's pretty good. This is a good toy. The arms are articulated. Well, I think they're articulated. Mine's kind of stuck. They're supposed to be. This one, however, is just a piece of plastic, but you kind of had to have both. So you had to buy 2 box sets to do it, or you had to do some ops and return thing. That was the road that I chose, just because I couldn't spend another $50 on that. And here's the Joker, and then it just slips right in the back here in like kind of an open sleeve. That's cool. I kind of wish they would have did that instead of the hand that plugs off, because that's really a cool option. On this old animated one, he's kind of pre-posed, which I know a lot of collectors don't like, but I like how he kind of can hold the guy with one hand, Scarface, and then his other hand slides up into his back, and you can take him off of there. And that one, there's no articulation at all. He's just kind of a hunk of plastic, but the toy looks great. Let's check this one out. Alright, one of my all-time Batman animated favorite characters. And one thing, how come they've never made a Scarface and Ventriloquist for just a regular Batman toy? Because that is a toy that I would love to have. But on this, like, he can't really move his arm to hold him, so he just kind of dangles there. This Scarface is fully articulated. Both of his legs move, his arms move, and then also his head moves. It would have been cool if he went the extra mile and made the jaw move, but he does have a cigarette, so that's a great touch to have on a toy, because none of the other ones do have the cigarette, and he always did have, or the little mini cigar, whatever it is. But that's great that they added that. Just really nice touch, plus the scar on his face, they killed it. The machine gun does fit in his hand. I had a hard time getting the trigger in there, and then the machine gun like hits his body, so it's hard to... You can only do a certain angle because the stock on that thing is way too long, so I wish they would have made that a little bit shorter. But on this, you gotta... It's kind of soft plastic back here, and it has a slit, and then it also has a peg inside Scarface like this. So it's kind of tricky to get it in there, and you're nervous as all hell when you plug it in, because you just feel like as if that plug is going to break, and then you either got to deal with it, crazy glue it, or send it back. Whenever you buy this shit online or a comic book store, it's always hard to return it. So that really sucks that they put a peg inside a toy, and it's really hard to get to. It's hard to like bend this to get it in there to plug in right. So like if you just get it to stay, like, I mean, I didn't plug it in too hard because you can't tell if that peg's going in the wrong direction or something. So that was really not very well thought out on their part. But other than that, the articulation on this toy, it's the same as all the other ones. The head, well, maybe not the head. The head just turns. No, it goes all directions. So it has a ball, but it's inside the neck. So there's no seam underneath the head. So that's actually done pretty well. The shoulders are on a ball and socket. The elbow, bicep swivel, hands exactly the same as on all the other toys. It does turn at the waist, no ab crunch, and then it also has that same, you can't really see it, but it's the same thing where you can kind of do the splits. His jacket's in the way, then his legs will go forward or back. The knee is the same. Knee looks really good closed, but when you open it, it looks like hell, so you don't really have an option. So this is cool because you can kind of spread the legs to get him to stand, because Scarface weights him down on one side. So if you didn't have that option, you'd have to use that crappy stand that he comes with. But they just did a great job as far as looks goes on this toy. I definitely don't like having that little pin inside the back of Scarface, because, I mean, if that thing breaks off, then you're just totally screwed. So when you do it, take your time and like plug it in there, and it's like a one-off. It's not something that you want to take off, put back on, because I was going to demonstrate it in the video, but it's really hard to get it in there. And if I'm fucking around with the camera and this other shit, that peg would probably break off, then I would be screwed. So there's my Ventriloquist and Scarface. Great toy. It's a must-have. You got to pick this up. Thanks for watching.